just watch this video and, ladies and gentlemen, listen very carefully.
To raise a discomfort or discontent around the continuous unavailability of the minister. I think this is the 5th meeting, if not the 6th meeting, where the minister is not attending.
Yeah, I think let me make...
Can you allow me, Chairperson, to make my input?
Proceed.
I'm just a bit disturbed on the other side, Chairperson. I thought that you were calling
Order,
them to
Honorable
order.
Jacobs.
No, thanks, Chair. I was saying that mine is a discontent around the unavailability of the minister to appear before the portfolio committee. It has now become a norm for the minister not to appear before the committee. It has now become a norm for the minister to undermine the deliberations and discussions that are taking place at the portfolio committee. To a large extent, the minister has concluded that he's not going to account to this portfolio committee. In the last meeting, we have resolved as a committee that the minister must be summoned to appear before the committee. And it is for that reason that I'm raising my hand on and around the unavailability of the minister. It must be noted that the apology, first and foremost, from the minister must be rejected by this committee. Second to that, this committee must be finished with a report as to what is it that the administration has done as a way of summoning the minister as agreed in the previous meeting. Thank you very much, Chairperson. I just thought that it's important that we must re-emphasize our position as a portfolio committee of sports, arts and culture on and around the unavailability of the minister, especially when the minister cannot appear in front of the portfolio committee. But the minister would have a decency of running to X space or social networking space and rebuting the views that has been raised in the platform or in the right platform of which it is the portfolio committee meeting of sports, arts and culture. This matter cannot be taken light. We're running government here. We're not running a social media platform, or we're not twerking in front of social networking for the purpose of receiving likes and so forth, Chairperson. This matter must be taken serious. It has been put under the blanket for quite some time. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Honorable Khabo. I want to concur that the minister's apology is inadequate. And I think this applies to the Deputy Minister as well. And it's about time for the Deputy Minister also to come to this meeting and to tell us what her deployment and designated area of responsibility is. Whether she's sports, whether she's arts, whether she's culture, whether she's arts and culture, whether she's sport, or whatever the case may be. We cannot, as Parliament, proceed in this fashion. So I would like the Portfolio Secretary to take note and that it be minuted that the Minister's apology is unsatisfactory. Thank you so much. Thank you, Honourable Khabo, for bringing up that very important point. Honourable members, Honourable Mtetwa.
Good morning, Chair. Good morning, colleagues, honourable members. SAFA, the Department of Arts and Culture. Chair, under corporate governance, any organization knows that if you are a member of the executive, the decision-making process, and you miss 3 consecutive meetings, under normal circumstances, you will be removed from that particular board or your position. So for us to lament about the minister this, the minister that, I don't think it will help us to continuously make comments and noting his absence. I think this committee must develop a policy around this issue of appearance before this which will resolve the matters instead of us dealing with this matter in bits and pieces on particular days or particular apologies. I think we must develop a policy that says if you miss, you can't miss 3 consecutive meetings. That's unacceptable. And let us note that this committee is not accepting the apology of the minister. Thanks, Chair.
Thank you. I'm not going to give anyone another chance to speak on this issue. Honorable Khabo has made the point. He has requested us to send a letter on behalf of the committee I have to inform the committee that the letter has been sent to the minister on Friday with no response pertaining to the absenteeism. We will also, at the end of this meeting, do some recommendations pertaining to the absence of both the minister and the deputy minister. Honorable Gabo.
Chairperson, we are going to plead with you as the chair of the meeting and plead with the secretariat not to deviate or change the resolutions of the committee. We had recommended that the committee must not only invite the minister to the second meeting, but the committee must embark on a process of summoning. I'm not sure how that process is unfolding, of summoning the minister to appear before the committee. Because the Honorable Member Mteto, like he's indicating, this matter of the minister being absent from portfolio committees has been presented before the portfolio committee. It is for that reason in the last meeting we had resolved that the minister must be summoned. Now, there's a difference between pleading with the minister as if he's making us a favor to appear before the committee and summoning him before the committee. Because if it is then summoned and fails to appear before the committee, then it's a different story. We're able to take up the matter with the president, because from where we are sitting, this is an outright defiance and disregard of the views and invitations of the portfolio committee meeting, unless the minister will then want to confirm our suspicion that the minister seems not to have an understanding of the oversight framework and accountability framework that is there in the public in the public entities. So it is for that reason that we must summon, it is for that reason that we had resolved that the minister must be summoned instead of us begging the minister to appear before the committee. So it is for that reason also, Chair, that I would say that I would plead with you not to change our recommendations. The recommendation is very clear that he must be summoned to appear before the committee, not to write him a letter requesting him to appear before the committee. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I'm not going to give members any more chance. The letter is off to the minister, but with regard to the decision taken by this committee that we summons him with the meeting that we have with the NAC, that has been done, Honourable Member. So on the 10th, I think, of July, the minister, the minister has been summoned to the meeting with the issues that we had with NAC. So that has been done. The minister, I have just said, has not responded. I think in the absence of both the minister and the deputy minister, we are in a position to do much more. Let's leave it there, and I will see during this week what...
You may be asking, what is the problem here now? And why am I saying to you, it's difficult to be a minister sometimes, and you might, you know, when you get to a position of being a minister, you get excited, you know, it's nice, celebrating, you've got some oomph, you know, energy and stuff like that, just like our sports and culture minister, you know, his energy and stuff like that. Now, one of the things that you need to understand, what is going to get you tired, it's not the traveling, going to other countries, you know, going with the president and do it's not that. What is going to get you tired, it's the process in parliament. It's so tiring, guys, especially when you are being scrutinized, like they ask you questions and they are fighting you and all of that. It gets you tired. All right. Now, the Minister of Sports and Culture, Sports, Arts and Culture, right? He hasn't been attending the meetings of the portfolio committee. I think it's three meetings now, if I'm not mistaken, 3 to 4, 5, somewhere there. He hasn't been coming to the meetings. You're asking yourself why. I'm telling you guys, it's not as easy as you think, you know. Maybe there's an apology that is maybe understandable, but this tells you that if you decide to become a minister, it's not going to be easy. It's not, especially if you are attending committees of parliament, you know, especially those committees that are strict and they don't take nonsense, or they are like, they are not. And the thing, guys, is, you see, with the GNU stuff and everything like that, you see, when you are a minister, if you are a minister of Patriotic Alliance or a minister of Good Party, right? And you come to a committee, all of the parties, even those ones that you are in the GNU with, they will never defend you. They will not defend you. They will not fight for you because why? You are in opposition even if you are in the GNU. They look at you as their enemy even if you are in the GNU. All right, now, if it's a minister from where? If it's a minister from the ANC, for example, all right, when you get there, obviously you've got your people in there that might defend you, even though it will be wrong to defend you, but they might get to a point where they want to defend you. But if you are a patriotic alliance, the only people that defend you, it's only your own person, you only one person that is sitting there. And the whole house is on you, you know? And it's so amazing, guys, that you see, that is why I said to you guys, when I made a video about Mr. Mackenzie. Mr. Mackenzie, I love his energy, guy. I love his energy. I love his oomph. But I can tell you, if you start like that, in most cases, you end up losing strength. You end up losing the energy that I am telling you. Now, I'm not saying that he was absent because he's tired. All I'm saying is to give you an example of sometimes it's tiring. What if maybe the guy was like, you know what? Nah, man, I'm tired, man. I don't want to hear these people shouting in my ear. And then he decided that, you know what? I'm just sitting. I will just give an apology. I'm not saying he did that, but I'm just saying it is tiring. Politics is tiring. You can ask people who make videos about politics. It's tiring. This story, that story. Then when you try to get rest, there is that story. You have to make a video about what. It's tiring. Okay? Anyway, I don't know, guys, what do you think about that? Do you think that Mackenzie maybe had a valid reason? Because the committee doesn't want to take the apology. He did send a letter to apologize, and they are not taking it. And they are going to summon him. The chairperson there says that he's going to, they have sent a letter to him and he hasn't responded. Either, chances are they are fighting. In other words, the Minister of Sports, Arts and Culture, they are fighting with the committee, doesn't want to hear anything from the committee. Unfortunately, if you are a minister, you don't have a choice. You just have to respond. So he hasn't responded to their letter, and they have sent also a summon. Now, a summon is when you are called. That means you don't have a choice. You have to come. Otherwise, you know what's going to happen, right? They will go and tell the president, just like the guy said. Then we will run to the president and tell him that you are busy, or the deputy president. Yeah, the deputy president, not the president, deputy president. Hey, you are not attending me meetings, you know? So, I don't know, guys, what do you think about that? It's so amazing. It's like, it tells you that, but I suspect, guys, that maybe Mr. Mackenzie doesn't like the committee too much. He doesn't like this committee, you know, because maybe they are taking him every time over, also in Parliament, in the National Assembly. It is just tiring, I can tell you. All right, please like the video, guys. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Remember, the target I'm trying to get to, it's 5,000 subscribers. I'm thanking you for those who are subscribing. I really appreciate that, guys. Have a fantastic day. I'm out.